Hi everybody. Today we're going to do a technique on ceramics, and we're going to do what I like to call wood tone. So let's get right to it. Haha, it's going to be difficult. Alrighty, we're down here. Okay, move my mouse out of the way. Alright, so as you see, I did not base coat it this time because we are going to base coat it in a different color. And I got a big brush, so it should go quick. So the first thing we're going to start off with is cinnamon brown. That's what I'm using. You can use any brown tone. It's just going to change the hues of your color of your wood tone. That's all. So what you're going to start off with is you're just going to jump right in and paint the whole thing brown. It's the first thing you're going to do. And easy peasy. Just go around quick. And the best part about this is you don't really have to worry about your brush strokes. They help. They help in the end result because, I mean, depending on how you want your wood grain, right? You're going to want those lines going. But other than that, it's pretty basic. So just paint them off, just like so. And all the way around, just slapping it on. Just getting color on there. That's all you want to do as your base. Just pretty much regular, just like regular base coating, just in brown is what you're doing. That's your first step. Just like that. Alrighty. We got that almost done here, and then we'll move on to the next step. Just like that. Only takes a few minutes, but okay, you got to get in all those little nooks and crannies because that's what's going to give you the shadow part into your wood, right? Should actually have him on that little disc, so it's easier for me to turn. Just give me a sec here. Get my little. There we go. There we go. My little tricky do. Let me just. Yeah, it's still gonna be a little bit of a something. Alrighty, no biggie. And there we go. Just like so. And we're almost there. Okay. Okay, I was pretty much coated. Oops, I missed a spot. Just like that. Okay. Ta-da! He is all brown. Oh yeah, and don't forget, do your bottom, because you're going to need that later. So quickly do that. Ta-da! Just like so. There we go. Alright, so now that he's all brown, I keep missing little spots and those little extra details. But anywho, okay, it's pretty much brown, no problem. Now we're going to go into the next one. Don't forget, you need your paper. So you blow it off. Take off a lot of the paint. See, because there's a lot of paint that gets in those bristles. So you're just going to, again, no fancy brush, just whatever I had on hand. And the next step is you're going to need a color I like to call like a teddy bear tan. And in order to get that color, I mix a few paints. So we got to add some yellow. If I can add the yellow, there it is. Don't need much. Put that one there. And then you're going to need orange. I know it's coming up a little crazy. Oh, good though. And if you're looking, I am using the palette. You don't need much orange. So basically 1 part orange, 2 part yellow. That's what you're going to start off with. See the difference in puddles? If I can bring it closer. Then all you're going to do is you're going to mix that together first off. Just like that. And I actually got way too much paint for what we're going to be doing next. But anyway. So then you get that weird orangey color. And then you're going to scoop up some of that brown you had. And you're going to add that in there. And what this essentially is doing is making a whole different brown. Bring that back up in there. Alright. So now you got a lighter shade of brown, which I call teddy bear tan. The reason why I call it teddy bear tan is I used to be able to buy a paint that's called teddy bear tan. It was the exact same color. That's all that was. My brush is falling apart. See, I told you you don't need anything special. You just need it to work and stay together. Okay, so we're going to blot that off. Actually, we got way too much, so we're going to scrape that off. Guess I should have mixed it with something else. But anyway, not a biggie. Okay, and you're going to take your piece, and all you're going to do is just going to glide over it. And you're just making kind of streaky marks in it. That gives it wood grain in your piece. And remember, each piece is going to take the paint differently. So no two are ever going to be alike, because, and just like wood, there's no two pieces that are alike, correct? So that's essentially what you're looking for. And you just buzz over it just like that, zoomity zoom. And again, painting on the side of the brush, not the tip of the brush. This way you don't get into all those grooves that are naturally into the ceramic. Oop. Okay. This is the time where you can correct, like if you missed a little spot, that's when you can, use a little bit of the tip of your brush to, okay, I'm going to dip back into the brown because I see I missed some. Ooh, that was bisque coating. Not a biggie. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. And then I'm not liking this brush very much, but anywho, this is the one we're working with. Okay, tap off, blot off, and you're just gonna, and that's a nice trick about this technique too. You don't really have to have your first coat dry. It will be mostly dry because acrylics dry quick, but it doesn't have to be fully dry. It'll just blend. Not a biggie. And you're just going to run over that, just like that. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just running over it, just like that. No fancy way. Pick up some more paint, blot off. And you're just going to, that's it. Over it goes. Just like so. Until you got your whole piece done. So essentially what we're doing is making the veins in the wood. So that when this is all finished, it's going to look like it's been carved. Or simulating carving. That's it. Okay. And we're just bloop, 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 bloop. We're almost done. And because acrylics dry, again, and I keep repeating that, they keep drying darker, you can go right back over that and add another hue into there. Or another tone variation, like just by just repeating that same step with the same color, it's just going to brighten it. And that's all you're doing. And you're leaving little marks and stuff in it just so that it gives it depth in your wood grain tone. That's all you're doing. Hopefully you can see everything I'm doing here. Boop. And the Curvola, that's all finished. Okay, now, whoops, missed a spot right there. Okay, so, I'll stop for a second and show you. So essentially that is what you have. You get all your dark spots, your light spots, it's kind of, see if I bring it up close, you get all kind of splotchy, and that's exactly what you're looking for when you're doing this. Okay. Now, we're going to come up again. So, how am I going to do that? I want that to be a highlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some more yellow into our little mixture. And that's going to brighten that one more tone. The more tones you put in, the more realistic the wood carving feel becomes. And essentially, again, you're just building layers in paint to get that effect of what you want. So see how that's brightening it one more time? Now you got this kind of, I don't know, not like goldenrod, but it's kind of a weird yellowy brown color. But that's the color you're looking for. And I will bring it up to the camera here in a second so you see what I'm talking about. See how it's later? That center color, that's what we're going for. So you just add a bit of yellow, smooth it in to where you like that tone, and then you're going to do the exact same thing. And I am sorry about whatever that just came up. I gotta bleep that off. So sorry. There we go. I don't know if you seen that or what, but if you did, I apologize. Okay, so anyways, back to this. And we're just going to do the exact same thing. Build it right up. Boop, boop, boop. We're just going to roll with everything. This is the second time I've done this video. So yeah. For whatever reason, we're having issues with doing this video. Sorry. I don't know. Something out there is telling me they don't want me to show you, but I'm going to show you anyway. So, yeah. Who knows? We may have to redo this a third time. Get it right. Okay. And that's all you're doing. You're just adding that other layer and no rhyme, no reason. Okay. This guy is making me mad. I don't know if you guys can see this thing. Hopefully not. I'm trying to get rid of it for us to keep it going. But it keeps going bleep right in the middle. And I'm hoping you guys don't see it. I really am hoping. Again. Seriously. I wish I was a little more tech savvy. This is driving me crazy. I want it gone. I don't know if I'm supposed to be painting faster or what, but okay. Anywho, complications. That goes with the fun of my life, right? It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so now that you see that, see, ta-da. Bring it up closer. See all those variations? That's exactly what you're looking for. Oh, I missed a spot. It's all my fooling around. Okay. There we go. There. But you see how it's building character for your wood tone? It's exactly what you're doing. Okay. Actually, I can probably punch that up one more time before we go to the next. Okay, dip in, dab out, and you're just going to go right over it again. Just making variations. Building up that character, that wood grain. And you don't have to be pretty about it. You just, smush it on. That's where the fun is. That's where all the fun is in this. Make sure you're leaving, a bit of the dark. Just keep bringing it up, that's all. like mine a little bright. So all these layers are necessary when you're trying to do these effects. You know, you're essentially getting one to bleed into the other and make all that yummy goodness happen. Okay, so there. I brought it up to where I want it. And all those green tones. Okay, now I'm going to come in with, it is just regular old tan. Regular old tan. And because I'm going to be putting it on here, because I am using palette, you're going to get to see it. How it's much, much lighter. See how much lighter that is than everything else? That's what you want. Okay. And again, you're going to tap in. I didn't, again, I did not clean my brush. I just dabbed right in. A little bit of the color is going to mix, but that's not going to be a big deal. And I'm going to brush that off. And then I'm going to hit it again. So, you're just where you want some of those top highlights. And I want a little bit. And this is where I get a little more strategic in where I'm placing things. I'm deliberately putting it where I want it. So that you don't have to be too fancy with it. Because wood carving is not perfect. That's the beauty of this. So again, these trips, can't talk. These little tricks and tips work great on pieces that the detail is mutated. And it's not no fault of anybody's. It is sometimes you pick up those pieces, thrift stores or wherever, and you don't know who cleaned them or whatever, and they're not perfect. Like all the detail is not carved in there, you know, so it's hard to tell what they are. So these are perfect for all these little techniques that I've been showing you. Because they don't need to be perfect. You know, they just give you that little cute little tchotchke that you're looking for to add to, like in this case, this one's a Santa, so it's going to add to your little Christmas decor. It's going to look more on the little vintagey side, you know, this type of thing. And it just adds flavor and character, right? So, and it saves another piece from the landfill site, as far as I'm concerned. And that's what we're all about, is, you know, resurfacing and redoing and saving things. And, you know, because even for some of the pours, when things go wrong, you can't predict. When, you know, you're making bisque and things start to go wrong, you know, that's a waste of money when you have to throw pieces out. So, I mean, with this, you don't have to. It still makes a beautiful piece. That's actually perfect for it. You know, and it saves you as the maker a little bit of cash, right? So hopefully, oh, again, I got carried away chatting and painting, you know. But yeah, that's all I'm doing, and I'm just rushing across, adding more. So it just keeps bringing it up one and one and one and one, you know, each layer. And now you're getting to start to see them. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off my brush a bit because I wanted a little more. I wanted a little more tanny tan. So, and I'm going to tap in, blot off. Now we're the pure color, and we're just going to just tap some of those highlighted areas, face, his cheek, you know, that type of thing. And that's all you're doing. Bringing it up another level. Just like so. It looks like he's all carved. All the beautiful details just keep popping. I love that. Getting in there. Okay. Hopefully you're seeing this good. I know it's better than the last video. Wow, that was just, wow. Yeah, I took that one down. That's why we're making this one. Okay. There we go. Don't forget, I'm going to skip a little bit on the bottom here. Just to make it have some lines. That's all. You may see it, you may not. Depends on what you're doing. Like if you're going to glue it to something else, put it in another vignette, you know, that type of thing. But there's all your levels, and he looks kind of carved. Now I'm gonna one-up it again. And this is your last stage. Like this is your very, very, very last stage, and that is white. So because I want it really crisp and not too much of that tan, I'm just going to wipe off the brush. I'm not washing it, I'm wiping it because there's want a little bit of that tan in there, but not tons. So I just wiped it on there. And now we're going to shake this up. And because I don't want to mix in that, I am going to do the cappy thing. If you have a bigger palette, great, pour some out and you do you, right? So I'm going to just close this for a minute so I don't send that flying because I can see that happening. Put that over there. Okay. And I'm just going to do the same thing as we've been doing. Just tap in. And I'm going to blot off. And then I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it and just to say it's still going to blend with the under colors as it dries. And you're just going to... Now this layer, you want to make sure you're going in the right wood grain that you want to show. So if you want the wood grain to go up and down, you're going to go up and down. If you want it to go horizontal, you're going to go horizontal. You know, me, I just kind of go with the flow of the piece. And because mine is definitely up and down horizontal, or no, wait, vertical. Sorry. I'm going this way, you know. And then on this part, I'm following the way it goes. So I'm going round, right? So, makes sense? Hope so. Dab off, and I'm just going to follow the way the detail goes. That's kind of what you're doing here. And this is going to make it look like this is where your grains of wood are really going to pop, right? And it's just a light touch as you're brushing on. So you get all that streakiness happening. And again, my brush is not dry, like dry brushing, but it's not wet like regular painting, right? It's just that nice in between. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to come around, and because that coat comes around, I'm just, see how I'm tapping it? That's it. And this one comes, his arm's coming down, so I'm going down, making those markings. And then coming in here and adding some more. So it looks like it's been carved. Those brush strokes. It's really, essentially, it's the brush stroke that's making that simulate your wood grain, right? So keep that in mind as you're doing it. And a little bit more. So yeah, just like so. There we go. Okay. I'm just running across this way because the beard, I don't want it to go in those grooves, so I'm coming across the opposite way. But when I want the grain to come down, or the brush strokes come down, that's when I fluff it back this way, right? And we're just going to add on, and we're almost done. And there we go. And we're just going to... be about almost it, and the grain's going that way, so I'm just going to hit it that way. Across there. Same with down there, and a little bit here. Yep. There. And I think that should just about do it. And like, you can keep coming up with your white if you want to. The only problem is with white, it's just going to keep going. So essentially, that's what you got. Isn't he cute? He looks like an old vintage wooden carved Santa. And that's it. That's all there is to your wood tones. So, thanks again for joining me. And yep, that's it. That's all to it. And then you can head over to the finishing video of how to finish your ceramics, and you just put that nice shiny finish on there. And what that's going to do is going to pop all those layers out, and it's just going to look phenomenal. It's going to look like varnished wood. So, hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Done chasing that mouse. There we go. Bye.